Listen, does the fear of making and repeating past mistakes in your life paralyze you and keep you from going after your goals? I know that it can be hard when we've had experiences that have been less than exciting and optimal and not what we want, to be cautious from going after something. But the truth is that we have to, process through mentally. What are those things? Sometimes there's traumas that we need to process through from those past mistakes, forgive the past, forgive ourselves, and realize we've grown in wisdom from those things. Many times, if you notice, you're coming up against the same pattern, the same repeated action that got you in a hole in the first place. Sometimes it can be common to avoid it, like touching a hot stove, but sometimes you have to go after that thing that you've been avoiding out of the fear of repeating your past mistakes for the breakthrough to happen. There might not have been breakthrough back then because you weren't ready for it at that time. And so when you're ready for it, you can go after it. Oftentimes I see people avoiding their dreams, avoiding their goals when they're this close to being successful because, well, I tried something like that in the past. This is what people say. I tried something like that in the past and it didn't work out. So I'm never doing that again. And we make these decisions that we will never do something again out of the fear and worry of duplicating our past experiences. Let go, for one, of fear and worry dictating your life. Let go of fear and worry being your deciding factor of what you're going to do in your life and in your business, and learn to be a powerful person. What didn't you know back then that you know now, that going into it, you can shift things, you can change things? For me, a big one was I was attracting a lot of people with a lot of red flags, a lot of toxic, negative people, because I was seeking validation from people. And so then I would be getting that validation from people. I would be getting a lot of praise from people, and then whack, I would burn myself. They would burn me. I'm serious. Like that, like it would hurt. It was hurt. It was painful. And it was like a slap on the wrist every single time. Whack, whack, whack. Every single time I would get there, I'm serious, like violently painful, because I was seeking validation. So now I don't live my life seeking approval, validation. If you think I'm dumb, stupid, worthless, you don't like me, I don't care. I don't give a rat's bum if you like me. I really don't. I really don't. And now living my life from that place of not worrying what people think about me, not caring if people are mad at me, not caring if they're offended. Living my life as a powerful person, not seeking validation, has allowed me to go after the things, get into situations that previously burned me in the past as a powerful person. And so for you to go after your goals, for you to go after your dreams, for you to go after those things that you've been avoiding because of the past mistakes, and you're avoiding because you're afraid of repeating what happened in the past, learn from those mistakes. Write down, what are the patterns, what are the red flags that you've been avoiding, that you learn to avoid, and then if you notice those, veer away from it. You don't need to go after those red flags again. There could be a trauma bond to those red flags where you're bonded to and attracted to what's familiar, that familiar negativity. And so many times we have to go into the same place but not do it in the familiar way that we did in the past. And so don't repeat the same patterns of your past. How can you prevent yourself from repeating the negativity and the loss from your past? Is by being aware, being self-aware, and taking personal responsibility of your choices. You're not a victim. You're not blaming somebody else. You're not subject to other people doing things to you that made you feel that way and things going that way. Yes, I've had people do stuff, quote unquote, to me, but I put myself into those situations because I was seeking validation from those people. And so now I have a choice. Either I can keep living my life trying to get people to like me, trying to get people to validate me, quote unquote, or I can just be myself and show up as me, not needing that. And so you got to take ownership over what were you seeking after? What was your payoff? What was your real core issue that you were wanting that put yourself into that situation? Were you just trying to do anything to make money? Well, then maybe you need to not just do anything to make money and figure out how you can serve people, how you can structure your life in a way that's productive. If you can break free from these traumatic experiences, if you can break free from the stronghold and the grip that your past experiences and past failures have on you, you can go to the next level in your life. That means sometimes you're going to have to go into territory that you have avoided because of those past patterns. But now you're more powerful. You can bring some people alongside you to help you along the way. We don't ever have to repeat our past. And the first step to not repeating your past is stop blaming other people for why that happened and start taking total personal ownership over your contribution to that situation. Then when you go after that thing, you are choosing the outcome. You're not subject to what comes at you. You're choosing where you're going and how it's going to turn out. That's your choice, your decision to make. Nobody else's. Nobody is to blame for that. And I know that this might be offensive to some of you. This may offend some people because of your story, your situation, whatever that is. Listen, you didn't deserve what happened to you, but it's your responsibility to grow past it. And it's your responsibility to grow stronger from it. Nobody's going to show up to help you do that. You got to do that on your own to go after things. For you to not repeat the same negative past mistakes of the past, you have to grow personally. You have to heal from these things and then go after them. You're more powerful than your mistakes. You're more powerful than your past. And you are tenacious enough to get back up again and move forward. If you're somebody that needs help knowing how to do that in a business to make money, to make 6 and 7 figures, I'd love to talk with you. I'd love to get on the phone with you. You know, some of you, maybe you hired a coach in the past and they didn't help you, quote unquote. Well, did you do what they said? That's your responsibility. It's not a coach's job to make you do anything. I don't make anybody do anything. It's your job to get up every day to do something with your life and to show up and to execute. As long as you're expecting and waiting and blaming and being entitled to other people controlling your life, you're going to keep repeating those same patterns. As soon as you can take ownership over your life and choose how you want your life to turn out and go after it and do those things in that way that you want, that you're choosing, not being a victim, but going after them by your power that's inside of you, your life will change. As long as you say, it's nothing outside, it's not my fault, it's all of them, it's all this stuff is why, I didn't do nothing, I'm just a victim, they all did this to me, I have no responsibility in this, then you're going to keep repeating the same pattern. As long as you start taking personal responsibility, then you can move forward with wisdom and with power into those places that you've been avoiding because you've been so afraid of repeating that pattern. If you need some help guiding you along the way on that path, you can schedule a free 15-minute call with me on my website where we can talk about your business and what it's going to take to get you